may say, well, I don't like this, this, and this. And they say, well, this is the bill. And then there's other stuff in there that you like. And they say, well, that's going to get stripped out because the Senate's going to strip it out, but we need to keep it in order to get certain members of the House to vote for it. And so there's a certain element to this, which, some of this legislation is just a vehicle to get through before it comes back. And, look, I don't know the first thing about cars, right? But when I go to the car repairman and he tells me what's wrong with it, I'm annoyed halfway through him explaining what's wrong with my car, right? So, I get that it can be annoying when a legislator is detailing why, the life cycle of how they got to vote for something and why they didn't like it, but they still voted for it. I get it, and it is frustrating. And your point is very well taken. And I just want you all to know that, look, I'm honored to do this job. I truly am. And there are frustrating things about this job, as there are with any job. I try and do it to the best of my abilities. I try and think pragmatically. I put myself in your shoes and I say, well, we do need a defense spending bill done. So I understand the frustration that many of you have in terms of how the sausage gets made.
It's 7:05. I think people are in line, and if you have a question that hasn't been, a topic that hasn't been covered, maybe we can get to that, because
that's fine. And I will just try and answer questions more crisply than I've been doing. Hello.
Hello. It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for doing this. This is an open dialogue, and I think we all appreciate it. Sort of 1.5 questions. The first one is a follow-up on what Alexa was asking about 806. Were you aware that it was EPA that was holding up the implementing that rule? No.
No.
And
it was delayed for quite some time.
yes.
And then it was finally activated, and then, if I understand correctly, then states were saying that there's no way we can meet this timeline. And then I had received information that suggested that most were going to be able to comply anyway. And furthermore, those counties in non-attainment areas still would have to enter into an annual management plan for a period of 20 years so that they did meet compliance.
Okay, I think you were misinformed.
Okay?
Because the states were unwavering